Hello and welcome to the MotoGP Fantasy Preview live here for the French GP, round 5 of the 2023 MotoGP World Championship. And this one's a very special edition as well, and we'll get into that in just a few moments in time. But firstly, if you haven't noticed, we do have a little bit of a new setup here at the MotoGP Fantasy studio downstairs here in Dorna HQ in Barcelona. We've got a new microphone, I've got some new headphones, so it's a very good day here in MotoGP Fantasyland. But as we do say, it's a very special edition of the Fantasy Preview this time because we're going to have Maverick Vinales joining us, and it's because he's got his now official Maverick Vinales official league that you can go and join in MotoGP Fantasy. You just go to the leagues tab, it'll be there at the top league there. You can go and join it, and from this Grand Prix onwards to the British GP, the top scorer in that league will win 2 tickets to the Catalan GP and a chance to meet Maverick Vinales himself. So without further ado, then we'll bring Maverick in and say hello to him. Maverick, good to see
Hello.
you. Very warm welcome. Thank you very much
Hi.
for coming on. How are you? All okay?
Very good. Yes, very good. Very excited. Already thinking which team I'm gonna get it, and yeah, I'm excited, of course.
Well, of course, we'll have to ask you about your official league. Of course, it means that in a few Grand Prix time, you'll be meeting 2 fans to come and have a meet and greet with you at the Catalan GP. And I'm sure that you've already, as you say, done a lot of thinking about who you're going to be putting in. So we may as well dive right into it and talk about this weekend coming up because, of course, we have to choose the correct riders for what is going to be a very intriguing French Grand Prix. So let's have a look at the clean slate that we've got then, Maverick. So firstly, who's the riders that come to mind when you think of who's going to be performing well this weekend in Le Mans?
Yeah, myself. It's one of them.
Definitely.
But I need to look at the budget. I need to look.
So, exactly. This is the key. So we got $15 million to choose to play with. Which we can choose from all of these riders. So of course we need 4 riders, the constructor and the team as well. So where are you, Maverick? Where are you at the moment? You are down here at $2.2 million.
Okay, so I will take myself.
Right, let's put yourself in. So Maverick, you're the first rider in. 2.2 million actually gives us a lot left to play with.
I will take Jack
as
Miller. A second.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Now silver I need to have, no?
Silver riders, yes. Yeah.
Silver I will put Marini. Luca.
Where is Marini? Marini is here.
Here.
So 2.5.
So how much I have left?
So now you have 7.7, and we still have to choose 3 things. So it's going to be a bit difficult.
Can I see the constructors? How much it cost?
Where's Aprilia? Aprilia 2.3.
Yeah. I choose Ducati as a constructor.
Okay, so that's 3 million. That's almost half of what we had.
4.
So
the team
4.7 teams. Let's go to
Let me see the teams.
So
Aprilia team.
Where's Aprilia? 2.4 million.
It's 2.4. Expensive.
So that leaves
and now
you
I have
with
2.3. Okay.
It leaves you with an okay amount actually. So 2.3.
Let's see which rider I can choose.
We can't quite afford Jorge Martin. We can't afford Aleix, your teammate. We can afford Augusto Fernandez. You can scrap Danny Pedrosa. He's not going to be racing. Alex Marquez is a good choice at 2.1.
Yeah, maybe it's a wet track. So I'm thinking about some rider this fast on wet.
Yep.
Bezzecchi, how much it cost?
Bezzecchi 2.4. We
it's
just
over?
miss out. No.
Then I take Alex Marquez.
Okay, Alex Marquez. Let's go for Alex Marquez.
Yes,
of course, not a bad option. He was on the podium here in the wet in, was it 2020?
Yes,
I believe
exactly.
It was.
Yes.
Okay, so we have this team. Now, you do have 200,000 remaining if you wanted to put in a more expensive rider.
Can you give me for tonight dinner? The money?
maybe I could. That'd be an expensive dinner.
Yeah, but if
Incidentally, Brad Binder is 200,000 more than Jack Miller.
Okay.
They're both very similar.
There is no way that I can put Martin. There is no way I can put Martin in.
You could put Martin.
No, because I have
he would be cheaper than Luca Marini.
Then I do one thing. I take out Alex Marquez and I put Martin.
You can't because we would have 2.3.
Yeah,
and
but I
he's
will choose another constructor.
okay. Well,
So can you remove the constructor?
let's remove constructor and Alex Marquez
And
as well.
Alex
Yes.
Marquez, yes, and I put
S-
Martin.
Let's put Martin. Where is he? There he is. 2.4 million. And now we go to constructor.
Okay.
We have
Okay. What we have?
2.9 to play with. Okay.
Ooh, I can choose. From all what it left, I choose Aprilia.
Okay. So let's go Aprilia. Now the other
So
thing,
now
Maverick, is you have
600.
600,000 left,
Okay. Mm,
which is a little bit tricky. 600,000. Let's see.
2.4, 600 is 3. Ah, but Bagnaia is too expensive, so I cannot put
Yeah.
Bagnaia. For me, it's fine. It's okay. It's fine. I
Yeah.
like this combo. Yes, I like.
Okay. Let's stick with this
It's
team
fine
then.
for me.
So the other thing, Maverick, is as we mentioned earlier, your gold riders score 100% points, and then your silver riders score
I know.
50% points. You can
Okay.
change this order if you want to. So say if you wanted to have Jorge Martin in your
No,
goal
no.
instead,
It's okay for me. It's
you're
okay.
okay like this? Okay, perfect.
Yes, I'm
Perfect.
good with the team.
So this is going to be your team then for your official league, the first round of that official league, which incidentally, by the
Okay.
way, for anyone watching, it all starts at 0. So don't worry if you've been doing badly so far in the league.
Okay.
This Maverick Vinales official league will start from 0, so it's level for everyone. So your team Maverick then is of
Okay.
course yourself, Jack Miller in gold as well,
Yeah.
then Luca Marini, Jorge Martin, Aprilia, and also Aprilia again for your team. Certainly not a bad option at all. So, Maverick, we just wanted to ask you as well about Le Mans this weekend. There's rain in the forecast. Does that make you smile or
It
does it
looks
make you
like.
cry?
If it rains, it makes everything more difficult, more complicated. Le Mans is a beautiful track, but on the rain, it's very tricky because it's very cold. But
Yes.
however, at the end, it's for everyone, so we must push, we must improve because in Argentina we struggle a lot on the rain. But it's an opportunity to make an improvement, so we're gonna work very hard during the weekend to be well prepared for the races.
Yeah, well, hopefully we can see that. Of course, as you say, improvements in the rain certainly needed. And so far, Maverick as well. The championship's been going well. I think you're fifth in the standings. If I check the stats center, we'll be able to see that.
Yeah, yes, last race it was a shame that the chain broke,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, we are doing well. We expect a little bit more. We expect to be fighting for the victory, so it's something we need to work through all the weekend, especially in the quali. But we will solve. We are not worried. In the test, we work well. We found quite a few things that we're gonna try this weekend. So it's important also to stay very concentrated because it's the last race from now three weeks off, and we
Yeah.
need to finish it on a really good way.
Well, Maverick, we do wish you good luck this weekend. Before we let you go,
Thank you.
we have a little bit of a tradition here where we like to ask our
Okay.
guests to predict the podium for
Okay.
Sunday. So the
Okay.
top three for
I have to
Sunday.
do it.
You don't
I
have
have
to
to
if
do
you
it.
don't want to, but you may
Okay.
as well give it a go. Of course, it is looking like it's going to be wet as well, so could be an unpredictable
Yeah, it
podium.
is. It is very tricky. It is very tricky, but my feeling is that it's difficult to say the places. But my feeling is that myself and Jack Miller can be on the podium
Hmm.
on the sprint and on the long distance race. It's a track where normally we are very fast, and I don't know as a winner. It's very complicated in this category.
It
So
is.
14 riders can win a race. So
Well, that's why we love MotoGP at the moment. And thank you very much for joining and coming and do this with us today, Maverick. Of course, we
thank you,
reiterate again, good luck this weekend, and we'll see you out there on track. Thank you, Maverick.
thank you guys, thank you. Bye.
Okay, so that is Maverick's team for this weekend. Now, don't go away just yet. We do have to do the regular team as well coming up in just a moment. I'll go through that. But before we do, we'll just reiterate exactly what the Maverick Vinales official league is. Just head to MotoGP Fantasy now, or even in the link that's in the copy of this post that you've seen for the live. There should be a link there that takes you directly to the league's page on MotoGP Fantasy. You can join up, and from starting this weekend, the French GP, all the way to the British GP, you'll have the chance to score the most amount of points, and if you do score the most amount of points in that league, you'll win 2 Grand Prix tickets for the full weekend at the Catalan Grand Prix, as well as a meet and greet with Maverick himself. So certainly a prize not to be snubbed at all. Now, we do need to now go and do our other team. the normal team that we do here in the Fantasy Lives. Of course, we already had Maverick as a guest, so this week it's just going to be myself to make the changes. But actually, if you're watching along, whether it's on Twitch or YouTube, send in your suggestions as to who we should put in. I'll check them here on the Twitch chat, and we can see what we think. But, of course, we have to look at, well, let's have a look at what budget we have. So, we do actually have $1 million salary remaining. That's interesting. I didn't realise that. So, I think a very, very good option is quite possibly one of the KTMs, Brad Binder or Jack Miller. Of course, it is going to rain. Well, we say going to. It's forecasted to. It probably will, so it's very, very likely that it will happen. If it does rain, one of those KTMs could be a very good option indeed. And I do like the idea of Jack Miller, but also Brad Binder, to be honest, because they're both going very well at the moment. Let me check the chat to see if there's any suggestions coming in. So far, no, so make sure you quickly send those in as well. So 1 million then, what can we make a change for? Unfortunately, I think that Alex Rins might struggle here this weekend in Le Mans, although if it is wet, you never know what could happen. Alex is quite good in the wet. But let's remove him. And do we do Jack Miller or Brad Binder? It's a tricky one, indeed. Certainly is, but I think I'm going to go Jack Miller. Just like Maverick said, I think that Jack's got a very, very good chance of being on the podium here this weekend. And we still have 1.1 million remaining. Now, what I'm actually going to do with that trade is, in MotoGP Fantasy at the moment, the way to go, if you haven't done this yet, is to get Ducati as your constructor. So you can see there the last 3 races, the previous form of each of the constructors, and look at the dominance there from Ducati. First, second and first in the last 3 races. That's why they're scoring the big points. You can see here 156.75 points compared to the next highest, KTM at 115. So I think that is going to be our 2 changes. And we'll see what is going to happen this weekend. I think someone's just said, show us your predictions. My predictions are terrible, so you don't want to have them. But, well, I may as well give it a go for the top 3 on Sunday. Let's say if it rains, I think that Jack Miller could very well win it. Of course, he won in 2021, 2 years ago, with double on that penalty as well. So certainly that might be a good shout. The Aprilia's in the wet at the moment. They're struggling a little bit, but as Maverick says, they're chasing improvements and they do have some ideas for this weekend. So we'll see where they are, but I think podium might be a little bit of a stretch. I think that if it does rain or even if it's dry, whatever it happens, I think Pecco Bagnaia is going to be a very good option to be up there on the podium too. And seeing as they were both on the podium last time in a ref, why not? I think Brad Binder is also going to be on the podium, whether it's wet or dry. So 2 KTMs and a Ducati again. So I think that's going to be just about it from the fantasy preview here. Of course, we've got the regular team, and I'll quickly show you Maverick's team once again and where you can go to see that. You can't quite see it on the screen here, but just at the top of the screen, there is a Leagues tab, and you'll see it here that we've already joined it because we are, of course, on Maverick's account here. But if you go down to the Join a League button and click on that, don't worry that you can't see it here. We're already in it, but if you're not already in it, it'll appear as this top league right there where it's the amazing league at the moment. It'll come up with Maverick Vinales Fantasy League. So that's going to be it then. Thank you very much for watching along in this MotoGP Fantasy Preview Live. Of course, the French Grand Prix coming up this weekend, and rain is on the forecast. Danilo Petrucci is a fill-in ride for Enea Bastianini on a factory Ducati. And, well, he won there just 3 years ago on a factory Ducati in the rain as well. So what a return that would be if the stars do align. But thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the racing action this weekend.